Out of there. Phillies, though, couldn't rally and win their home opener. The Rockies took it 8-7. In the National League, Cincinnati and Montreal are tied up in the 8th inning. Cubbies, behind Steve Buechele's 4 RBI, are winners in, well, too much rain tonight in St. Louis. Baltimore Orioles making a trip to Detroit, facing the Tigers. Cal Ripken at the plate. And he gets a hold of one. Eric Davis playing center field, not doing a good job of judging this ball. It's over his head. Palmeiro scores, Harold Baines scores, and it's 3-0 in favor of the Orioles. Then Chris Sabo slaps one into left. Ripken scores. Baltimore beats Detroit. Final score 7-4. Boston has a lead in the 8th inning over the Royals. Rookie Manny Ramirez, 5 RBI for Cleveland. Rookie Carlos Delgado, 2 homers and 5 RBI for Toronto. The kid's hot. The Rangers lost their first game at their new stadium. And Minnesota and Seattle are scoreless. Mariners trying to get that first win. Hockey tonight. Montreal jumps past Boston in the Northeast Division. Pittsburgh holds on to first place in the same division. And Calgary and Anaheim have yet to score in the first period. All right, tonight we have a T-shirt and a baseball cap for one of you that knows your sports. When the Mets played their first ever game on this date way back in 1962, which team beat the Mets 11-4? The Mets were on the road. Our number here, call us with your answer, 570-4302. And I know we always do our fishing on Wednesday, but Pat Boyle has something special he wants us to see, and we'll take a look at that when First Sports continues.
This portion of 44 News at 10 is brought to you by Honda Power Equipment and by...
Tampa Bay's first look at sports. First Sports with Bob Alvarez and Pat Boyle.
And welcome to First Sports on this Tuesday night. Rickey Reynolds waiting here patiently. Give us a couple minutes and we'll find out what's been going on. We're going to start with baseball. Last season, the Braves made it into the playoffs because they were one game better than the Giants. Tonight, Atlanta out to prove that nothing has changed. We start with Barry Bonds' father, Bobby, watching from first base. What does he see? His son, Barry. This one in the top of the 9th, it tied the game at 5. Then Patterson going to the opposite field later in the 9th. Another run scores. San Francisco comes from behind to take a 6-5 lead. San Francisco wins, handing Atlanta their first loss of the season. The final score, Giants 7-5 over the Braves. Pittsburgh scored 3 in the 8th, and that was the difference. The Dodgers have a lead in the 8th inning. Tony Fernandez hit a 3-run shot for Cincinnati, and Andahar Cedeno was hot for the Astros. 3 hits today. He's 14 for 26 on the season. The Yankees and manager Buck Showalter in Chicago tonight. Bottom of the 4th, Frank Thomas rips one into left. Karkovice comes around to score. Here comes Guillen. There's no play. White Sox lead 6-1. White Sox still winning. That one in the 7th, 9-4. White Sox over the New York Yankees. Look at Boston hammering Kansas City in the 7th. Seattle has a lead. Oakland is beating Toronto, and Cleveland is shutting out California. Hockey. Florida Panthers, they better watch their own selves. Talking about the Lightning, well, tonight they lost 5-2, and well, they have their backs to the wall. Washington took care of Quebec. The Rangers beat Buffalo. Philadelphia has a lead in the 3rd period. The Blackhawks do also, and Dallas leads the Blues. Terry Crisp and his Lightning are going through their final practices of the season. The team will wrap up their 2nd campaign with games tomorrow and Thursday at the Thunderdome, and well, they're not happy to see the season end.
playing good right now. Our D is playing good, our goalie, and our four-line, all four lines playing good. So I think the whole team was playing good. It's just bad that we're not in the playoff, but like I said, everybody's fighting hard right now, last two games, and we want to get the best result of it.
Okay, tomorrow night we'll be live from the Dome. Also on Thursday, when First Sports and the 44 News at 10 bring you Fan Appreciation Night, which means you can see the Lightning's final game of the season for $4. Yeah, check Thursday's Tampa Tribune. Here's what's up in the NBA tonight. Cleveland clinches a spot in the playoffs. The Bulls are going for their 8th win in a row. Philadelphia beat the Pistons. Houston, well, looking for their 5th straight. Denver's losing in the third quarter. Utah's having it their way in the third quarter. There's a late game, well, always on the left coast. Clippers, Lakers, and Portland. All right, we gave you a big hint earlier in First Sports, so tonight it shouldn't be tough to know your sports. Who holds the San Francisco Giants record for the most strikeouts in a single season? Give us a call at 570-4302. All right, Rickey Reynolds is leaving town, but not before he makes his appearance on First Sports. He's here. He's next.
This portion of 44 News at 10 is brought...
Hey, welcome back to First Sports. I still can't believe this thing. Rickey Reynolds, formerly of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, now with the New England Patriots. And immediately, when the Bucs took that transition tag off you, Patriots were right there, weren't they?
Oh, they were right there. They said they've been watching me for a long while, and it's kind of funny story. You know, they said they had the transitional tag on me, and they kind of waited because they figured the Bucs would do something like this, and then they had their shot and they jumped on it.
The thing I don't understand, we talked a little bit before we came on. I mean, the Bucs had to pay you, I guess 1.8 was the minimum this year, but they didn't make much of an effort to sign you, which is incredible.
No, they didn't. Yeah, and I kind of found out that they weren't willing to pay what I did receive from the New England Patriots, which I thought, wow, if they weren't willing to pay that, then why even have me as a transitional player? And that was kind of strange there.
Let's go ahead and roll the tape, guys. I guess our last looks at Rickey Reynolds in a Buccaneer uniform. Of course, the big hit on Rice this year, but I don't know. I guess right now, a feeling for you that I guess you're sorry to leave, but yet it's, you know, good to be wanted elsewhere, I suppose.
Oh, yeah, they really expressed a big interest in me. Coach Parcells and the owner, they called me up, and they really let me know that I was really wanted, and that they felt that I was a player that they needed to have in order to take them to the championship.
Now, you'll be reunited with your former head coach here, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Ray Perkins.
Yeah, Ray. I seen Ray when I went out there yesterday. He met me in the parking lot, and you know, had a few nice words to say to me, and I really thank him a lot. He really showed a lot of interest in me and really helped the situation out a bunch.
You know, I don't understand. Here's a guy that starts all but 2 games in his 7-year career with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, active in the community. And, you know, I don't know what more you want out of a player than what you gave them for 7 seasons.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's just me. You know, I'm a hard worker. I work hard on the field and off the field. You know, I enjoy doing things for kids and all of that nature. And I give my all. You know, I love the Tampa Bay community and the fans. And I'm sorry that I have to leave. And, you know, I just say goodbye to everybody, but I will still be living in the area. So, you know, I'll still see all my friends.
This team now has a huge hole to fill, besides the fact that you're leaving, but now left cornerback's a need for the Buccaneers right now.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. You know, they're going to have to put a guy in there that hopefully will have some experience. They have a lot of young players over there, and, you know, they need that leadership. They brought over Everett from the Cowboys. Hopefully he can help things out back there in the secondary and keep things going. But the pass is going to be a big concern for him. Okay, stick around for just a moment. We're going to find out now who caught our big hint earlier in the show and who's going to win the hat and the T-shirt tonight. The career strikeout record for the San Francisco Giants. Who holds that dubious honor? It is
Bobby Bonds, 189 strikeouts in 1970. Tonight's winner is Karen Leon, watching us in St. Petersburg. Karen, we're going to send you the Valvoline hat and the Don't Wait Till 11 because the news starts at 10 right here on Channel 44. That T-shirt courtesy of Paradise Sportswear. And we have 10 seconds. Thanks for coming out. Best of luck.
Thanks for having me. It's always a pleasure to be with you.
Thank you, Rickey Reynolds. Hey, we'll be right back here tomorrow night. Hope you will also. Good night.
This portion of 44 News at 10 is brought to you by G.
That's 44 News at 10 to this point. I'm Barbara Callahan.
I'm John Summer. Now join us near the top of the hour for a news update. But in the meantime, here's Bob Alvarez with a quick look at First Sports.
John, we may have saved the best show for the end of the week. You got to see an exciting finish between the Bulls and the Hornets. We'll have that for you. The Lightning, Pat Boyle takes another look at their second season, and we're going to help you with your putting stroke tonight in our golf tips of the week. So stick around for this and a whole lot more on this edition of First Sports.
When we introduced the Dodge National Minivan Sale, we knew people would like getting great option discounts on the minivan that already exceeded.
First look at sports. First Sports with Bob Alvarez and Pat Boyle.
And welcome to this Friday night edition of First Sports. The Chicago Bulls are trying to get the home court advantage for the playoffs, while the Charlotte Hornets simply hope they're on the court for the playoffs. So you might understand Charlotte feeling a bit feisty about this time of year. Exciting finish, tied at 85. Pippen misses. They push it to Armstrong. Three-pointer, yes! Bulls up by 3. Charlotte has one last chance. They will inbound the ball, but watch Horace Grant knock it away. Charlotte's Larry Johnson, one last shot. Forget about it. Charlotte backs to the wall, just 5 games remaining. The Bulls, 88-85, their 10th victory in a row. Pat Ewing had 24 in the Knicks' victory. Orlando tonight loses in 2 overtimes. Miami has dropped 4 in a row. That's good news for Charlotte. New Jersey's Kenny Anderson had 45 tonight. The Pacers win by 18. Denver